Hello everyone, send me challenges, I will play with you. If you beat me, I will sub you. Let's open this chat and start play. Our first game in this stream. Let's start with Sicilian defense. Let's place this French Sicilian. I don't need to take. If he takes, my bishop will be very active after that, so put more pressure. We can also try to force him to take. And that seems he's trying to force me, because that would be so much pressure on it. And I can attack on queen side here. Okay, he defends that pawn on b2. Let's play g6, prepare for bishop f5. That's a little bit risky, but I don't know. He can bring his bishop on h6, and that will be some trouble for me. I don't know, I'm not sure about that. After this trade I will lose the pawn. But how can I defend? I have to take. And even his bishop can jump there anyway. So let's activate another rook, because bishop h6, and that will be force. So let's play it one move before that will happen. I'm expecting b5, but that pawn can be a little bit weak, but how can I attack on it? That should be hard, but let's try, why not? And this c file is open, and I can put more pressure here. I don't need to trade, because he will take with a knight. And I don't know, but that pawn on b5 will be a little bit weak than I expected. Okay, he took with a bishop. I can go forward, yes. And if we trade, his bishop will be under attack on c5. My time is also low. I will try to bring my bishop on b4, and the queen won't protect this pawn on b5. I will have two attackers on it. And that should be all, but now my queen is under attack. Let's move this bishop, because I still want to attack on this pawn. And I will take it back with her rook, because queen is protecting this pawn on a5. I'm threatening to take his knight, and his king side will be very weak. I could try to go bishop b4, and this pawn will be under attack, but I'm afraid of some open checks here. My knight is very destructive there. I think that... what can I do? Maybe bring my queen here, and after trade that will be under attack, yes? Or this a5 is hanging. I'm not really sure. Can I move my queen on f6, and that's a pin? But he can take this anyway. Okay, my bishop is under attack. Let's take the pawn. That's a pin, so he can't move his knight. And now if I take, that can't be good for me. There is no reason to do that. Also I'm threatening this rook. And if he didn't do something, I will take, and I will be up a figure. Even rook a4 won't work. I will take this pawn on b5, and anyway this will be under attack. I think that's just a trade, because my knight on c8, a7 is under attack too. I will take like this, and now if he takes the knight, I have a check here. That will be right move. But now, if I check... Okay, that's a famous trap. Let's do that, and he's low on time. And also he's down a queen here. But I think I still can't take the rook from check. Okay, we won this. Let's play another 3-minute game here. Knight f3 and take this pawn, yes? Okay, that's a little bit inaccuracy for him. He can't castle. I will try to bring my bishop on a3. That will be with a check. And I don't wanna let him to take and double my pawns. And even if I trade, I will activate his bishop. f4 is a move, I will just go back. That's why it's important to c3 that bishop. He will take the knight and he will attack on that pawn on a4, and he would take that. Let's go bishop g5. If he takes the knight, I will take the knight first, because that's attacking this pawn on a4. So let's trade. Bishop g2 maybe. And even then I can take, why not? Let's bring another rook in the game. He can take, and that a2 pawn will be under attack, but if he takes, that will be plunder. Let's trade all the rooks. And now my knight is just doing his job great. Let's go c3. I think he needs to trade this. That should be draw. We can try to take my kingside pawns, so let's go forward, and all of this will be in white pieces. So if I take, my pawns will be in a very bad position. Okay, and that's okay. I will try to push these pawns forward. I will take with a f pawn, and I would have two passed pawns. But that doesn't happen, so let's try to defend that. If two of them play correctly, that should be draw. Let's see whose endgame skis is another level here. Can I bring my king on this side or not? His pawn is very forward than mine, and even here I need to take this pawn on f6 to bring my pawn some activity. This is a move, yes. I will push this forward. If king b3 or king d3, yes. Let's offer draw here. Okay, that's just a trade. Let's be sure that's a draw, because my pawn isn't in a very good position, I will say. Okay, he's trying to win this, but I think that should be blunder by him. King d3, yes, he well played. Oh, that shouldn't be the best move, because my king can now go forward, and maybe he will lose that. My pawn is well defended, he can't even trade that. If he trade that will be at least draw. And now I'm winning this. Because he didn't wanna make a draw. Let's protect the c2 square. I will win this with pre-moves. Okay, he resigned, let's play another game. f4 can be played here. If you are low rated, don't try this. I'm forcing to take the knight, and that's my plan. e5. Okay, he castled, and this f7 isn't very weak like then. Take will be mistake. Okay, because now he needs to go his knight anywhere, and this f7 is hanging. Let's take and play e6. No, e6 not right now, because my bishop will be under attack there. Also, that's a pain. My e5 pawn is hanging too. He will take it, but I am pinned this. Move to my queen on d5. Okay, my bishop is under attack. Let's bring it on e6. I hasn't any good squares for bring it. He takes moves the knight. I will take the bishop, because my other way my bishop will be under attack. He's trying to kick my figures. And also, where can I move this? I don't need to go anywhere, because his knight was very in a good position. Okay, I have to bring my pieces in active squares, because that was so bad. It's a little bit looks like last game which I played. I wish I will win this too. So bad, 2 pawns are under attack. If we can defend, let's try to take another one. I'm threatening fork, so I think he will just trade, but he's blundering a figure here. Let's take it back, and I will use bishop to attack on this. That should be winning. I can even not trade, because if we remove all that figures, that will be draw. Okay. I can take, he can take it back. So after knight takes, that will be blunder, and he can take because of pin. Let's see what he will do now. If I take, that should be a mistake. Let's push this pawn forward. Okay, he just lost a move there. Can I try to take the knight? Because now a5 is protected, I will try rook a6, and that will be only move, knight a5. But after trade, I will mate him. Okay, that's only move. King g7 will lose immediately. But that's another problem. He can't go out with this knight. And he's trying to take the pawn on g6. Because for pin I can't take it back. Okay, I lost my queen. I have only 9 seconds here. That should be made. Okay, Caro-Kann defense. Let's try to play Alien Gambit. Let's see if he gonna take or not. Well, he's not taking. Before he's afraid. I would move my knight, and that's e4 will be hang after that, and he's pushing on his pawns. That's not the best way. This d5 square is very protected. All his active squares are protecting that. My bishop isn't do anything. Or maybe I can try to use it. After take this pawn, this will be huge attack on it, and he's trying to take that because he can't do another move here. I will trap his knight just. Push this pawn forward. No, knight d7. Or even I can trade to open this c file. Let's trade and bring my queen over here, yes. If castle, bishop h6. And then knight h5. I'm afraid of this pin. So let's bring the rook on e3. If I go bishop h1, the only move will be knight h5. Okay, he's playing that. That's very good actually that he spot that. I was thinking that just go out from this pin. I think I have to protect because I will lose a pawn there. But can we sacrifice a pawn and bring our pieces on king's side? How he can defend? Let's bring with a queen first. Because after rook g8, rook g3, I will plunder my knight, and that time that will be made. Let's go forward with knight. Maybe I can sacrifice, yes? Let's bring it on g3 or h3. But if sacrifice, I will lose that way. So let's play g3 here. I'm sure that he will trade. Okay, he took. Oh, rook h3 will be a little bit good, I think, because queen h6, that will create a threat there. I think on my next move I can do that. He's not threatening mate. This queen is protecting that square. So I will go queen h6. We are a losing move here, which very sad. He can't protect this h7 square, yes? Okay, he blundered that. Queen a7 is a very good blunder, because after take that should be okay for me. I thought that after check that will be all under attack. If I don't do mate here, that should be draw. Not draw, loss for me, because time. Rook g3 and try to mate him on g8. Otherwise I will lose the queen. Okay, I'm so good here, but I'm gonna lose on time. Let's take. Can I mate him somehow? Okay, he resigned because I've been a little bit faster. More than he expected. What is he trying to do? c3 or e3? Don't let him do that. I don't know even what is he trying to do, but let's break this pawn chain. He's trying to close this position. I will take, and this c file will be open. Maybe I need to play in kingside there. Rook c1 is a move. I would be happy if I activate my bishop on g7, but this pawn will be very weak and even he's attacking on it. Let's play 5 because he's trying to go there. After this trade I should be okay. His bishop will be under attack after this trade. But after another trade, bishop, I think I have to take the bishop, because after queen d3 the knight will be hang and my pawn structure will be very inactive there, and he's plundering his bishop. That was open attack. And that's somehow a little bit hard to see. Another game and he's playing very much pawn moves there. I think that's the reason That's his position isn't that active and he's losing. I will trade and rook a1, knight a5. This f7 is well protected by this bishop on g6, so let's remove that defender. Oh, d5 is hanging. Let's bring it back, and can I go knight g5? Yeah, now I can, because he blocked that. This h-file is up. Attacking moves here and try to win something from there. That should be a little bit hard me for defend that. And now I'll sacrifice the knight and expecting queen a7, because that will defend the queen and the pawn on g7. He's trying to attack, but after this trade my knight will be in trouble there. So I'm happy to see he can't castle now. He's even not trying to castle. The knight is protected, so let's activate the queen. Maybe check, but what after that? I have 3 pawns against his figure. Maybe I can sacrifice a pawn here on b2 or even d4, because I would like to trade and activate my another rook, and his passive rook will remain there and this active rook will trade. And queen takes 4, I have this check. Let's trade. My knight isn't under attack. I'm happy to see that position. That's a very interesting, and I will try to win some material from here. That should be hard for me, I will say, because everything is well protected by him. He's gonna take this, yes. Okay, he's not even take. Queen d3 or c3, or I don't know. Why not c3? He can trade. If it's not, he's plundering his bishop. If he moves this knight, that should be beautiful mate, but that doesn't happen. Let's protect all this. I can't take. I'm up 3 pawns here, like I said before. That 3 pawns, which he traded with his one of figures. That's not a bad position. What can I do here? I don't know, my time is running. He will trade. No, he's trying to time out. Okay, I missed it. He blunders his rook. Okay, I won this game. Very intense battle there. Oh, hello bro. Do you wanna play? I did some good moves in my last two games. I think you saw even that Primus was very good. In a long days I didn't play a game like that, I will say. But maybe the reason is because I'm playing a little bit with low rated players here. Because my rating became too low here. Do you wanna play a game? This c7 is under attack. And now it's not, but I will try to trade his bishop. That should be okay. His bishop even could be active in that a6 square, so he doesn't doing this, which I'm happy to see. And let's bring, or not. This can be a move. If he takes, he will lose his bishop. And if it's not, I don't know, I will try something here. He's defending that. And let's attack on his rook. Rook c8, knight a6. Can I trap? Oh, I'm gonna be trapped. That's very bad move I played. If he takes or f5, I will check. Okay, let's trade, and he's losing the knight here. He has 2 minutes, he don't need to do that blunder. And if I not trade, that will be made. So let's trade his upper pawn, but his pawn structure is terrible, I will say. But he played very well actually. If he does another way, he wouldn't be upper pawn. Please don't trade. I have very good plans with this knight. Oh, okay, he understands that. He can't move his queen side. Let's try to block him. I can even push this pawn forward. That's why you need to learn endgames. And now he forced to go back, and I will go forward here. And which move he plays, that will be blunder. Besides c4. Yes, I missed that. c4 he would go there, sacrifice a pawn, and he would go forward with a5 pawn. I don't have enough time to take that a5 pawn, so let's push this forward. I can even trade. Let's trade, take this pawn and make a new queen here. My pawn is very fast here. He resigned. Let's play another 3-minute game. Okay, let's trade. Not a problem. He takes with a queen. Almost all players taking that with a pawn to have this really good center. But that's not actually a mistake there. Let's take with a pawn that e pawn, because my bishop is now active there, and I will try to attack on king side. c5 to kick his bishop, because that's a little bit active, that square, which I don't like. Also queen h5 can be moved there. Let's bring the rook this open file. Then queen b6. This d file will be hanging, so let's defend. After this trade he could take that. But no, because this c3 is a little bit weak, after this trade I could take. Maybe that's the reason he didn't do that. Okay, he did it right. My bishop is under attack. I don't have to trade. The rooks, I mean. My bishop is doing great job here, but that's under attack. I can trade and not try to protect that bishop, because that can't be good. How can I protect? Like rook b6, he will attack on that, and maybe I would lose the rook here. So let's attack on his knight. If he takes the bishop, I will take the knight, and then that should be okay. He maybe would lose this pawn on c3. Now I have enough time to bring my bishop back. Or even I can trade on d4, but I don't think I need it. Let's bring on b7 to also protect this pawn on d5. I'm worried about my position, because his position is a little bit active, I will say. If he takes the bishop, that will be made. So let's go h6, and now I can escape. Let's bring this rook on this active square, because queen d3 he's trying to mate, and this is protected. Because if I move my rook on this c file, that will be made. I can also go g6 to also protect this f5 square. He can jump with his knight. That should be okay if it's not go f5 right away. Let's do that, and maybe queen a3, try to win some pawns there. His knight is protecting each other very well, and I just can't create anything there. Let's attack on this c3. Okay, that was hang too, but what can he do here? His knight is under attack. If he moves that, other knight will be under attack. Rook d1, maybe. Or even I can take. My bishop is under attack. If king goes back, that should be mate there on bishop h3. Let's attack on his pieces and he will think hard, and that should be winning for me. Let's play another 3-minute game here. d4, try to my knight on d4. And now I can castle, but now my bishop is under attack, so let's go back, because this is well protected. Oh, also, if I will be a move, but after knight d5, because I just can try to attack on his knight, and the rook on a8. I need to go on g3, but after trade he maybe will lose that pawn on g7. Okay, really good job by him. If he take the bishop, I will take it back, because where can he jump his knight? That will be in trouble. If I take, can I or not? Yes, let's take, because my knight will be under attack after that. Let's bring it here, maybe I can sacrifice it, yes? Yes, now I can't. Okay, I thought he would castle there. That should be a mistake. Can he try to attack with the knight and try to take this without getting pinned? I think knight f6, he will play it, yes? And if back to protect the knight, knight f4 can be really good move, because after take that will be made, only one. Probably he missed that, and now that can't be. I can even check and take his queen. He is not very bad, because he has more pieces there. I will try to take his kingside pawns. That won't be made on d1, so let's take. Don't let him to defend. If we try to protect this from back rank, I will say checkmate. He's trying to take the bishop and then mate, but I will take this f7 pawn with a check, and that should be okay. Okay, that's another take with a check, And I won here. Very nice. This is hanging. Can I sacrifice the rook? Can I mate him? If king takes, check. I would be happy if my queen was a little bit forward, so I can bring my rook on b1, but I won him anyway. Let's accept this challenge. Okay, why is this lagging? Let's wait until next challenge, otherwise we will play. I won my all games. I played like so much games and I won all that. I'm seeing that list. I lost only one and I draw only one. And I have 17 winning game here. And that should be very nice. Let's play another game. Let's try to play d5, and after take I will kick his bishop, and even my central squares will be very Let's kick his queen first. This early queen attack isn't gonna work here because his bishop is, I will say, didn't in a good square for protect his queen from try to some mate even d5, and I can take, and that should be okay.
Սամվել Կարապետյանը եւ Ռոբերտ Քոչարյանը
Okay, and let's check. Knight f3 is a move. Okay, he played, and no, my knight isn't under attack. Let's trade these pieces and then bring the rook. I could also castle. That would be same thing. My knight can jump on b4, and now this will be under attack. Okay, now I can trade, even that will be a trap, because he could actually take my rook on d3, and I can bring my bishop on d6. Okay, he saw that f3 is under attack, and I am trying to mate him. Okay, 3 or 4 moves, and that should be winning for me. I will castle and bring another rook, and that's all. Let's see how we can respond this. He's already losing because he's down a queen. h5. Okay, that's really not doing something, because I'm trying to mate here. Can't check. I don't think I need to take this. Okay, and that's under attack. So after that, maybe we can trade. Okay, I thought king g1. But that's not a problem, you know. If he takes, that should be mate. Let's see what he will do here. And that's interesting. Will he see that move or not? Okay, and that's mate. He needs that. Let's play rematch. Let's open with d4 this time. Maybe Catalan defense will work here. Also, he took this pawn on c4 and g3, that's Catalan main line. Because my bishop will be so active in this position and that nice diagonal. My pawn is under attack, so let's first defend that. And then bishop g2, I will castle, and that will be very good. I don't wanna take this pawn on c4 because anyway he can't defend that. And even after bishop g2 b5, if he tries to defend that somehow, he will open this diagonal for my bishop. And after b5, how I said to protect this, that will be pin, and that should be good for me. This pawn is under attack, but if I go forward, he will play knight d5, and that can't be good for me because that will block my bishop, and even I couldn't move that. Okay, and now let's try to trade the queens, why not? I'm up a pawn here, and even this pawn will drop. Let's trade the queens. Yes, let's do that. And also my bishop is very active in this position. I will bring my knight on e5. Okay, I can even take that pawn. And c4 is hanging. Okay, not now because that was a pin. Can I try to mate him? I'm attacking on his rook. Oh no, that's f7 is protected. So now I can't. But this pawn on f4 I can take, but that will be double pawns, and my kingside pawns will be very weak after that. So I don't like it. He's blundering his rook. And then maybe I can check. Or go forward with my knight. Because I want to save this bishop. Bishop d7, king f8. Let's see how he can respond. Okay, let's take all these pieces. And now let's trade this all. His pawn will drop here. Let's do some pre-moves. You can take the bishop, why not? If he takes that, I will defend. And that should be made in some moves later. Okay, that's mate. Let's play one more game with him too. Can I play knight c6 this time? This pawn is actually hanging. He's not taking that. Also, I could go d5. His bishop would be under attack. And his queen. Now this is protected from mate. Let's not take his queen because he's low rated. Let's take this bishop. I don't wanna take the queen so fast. I can also go knight d4. This queen is under attack, that pawn is under attack, and that's another fork. I will take this queen. He takes with a bishop rook d8, and that should be winning. Knight f3 is the only move. Yes, that's mate. Because that bishop was protecting that squares from escape. Let's play c4 this time. Okay, let's let him win this. Let's bundle all my pieces here. If he gonna win, I will subscribe his channel. He's up a queen, I planted it for a reason. And that's very interesting. Can 100 rated player win me on this position? Okay, he's threatening here. Let's go king c8 to also protect this bishop on d7. He's really attacking a player, but in defense he can't play. Okay, and now his bishop is under attack and his knight is under attack. I will bring my rook on d8 here. I will bring my rook on. And that's... Let's plunder this bishop too. I think he's in some trouble here. Okay, let's plunder all my pieces and see can 100 rated player win me in this position. Let's play g5, f5, g4, f4, and let's see if he can notice that his bishop will be in trap. He's up 16 points of material here. Let's see can he win or not. I sacrificed all my pieces and let's see can 100 rated player win me in this position. That's really interesting. I don't wanna trade some pieces here. Let's check. That's still okay. Okay, that's an open check. If he takes, his queen will be under attack. Okay, he took that. My pawn is hanging. Okay, expecting that. Let's just push this forward. Okay, he made very nice mate vision there. Let's play a rematch with him. Okay, let's play Vienna Gambit here. If he takes, knight f3 and d4 can be moved here. Now this f4 is f pawn is hanging. Let's take that and activate this bishop. Let's take with the knight, and this c7 is hanging. So that's a fork. Let's start another game. Knight f6 and e65. I can play this, why not? And after this trade, e5 and trade. Now I have this very good center. I will try also bring my queen on b6. e4 won't work because his knight will be in a really good position. Let's try to go forward to activate some pieces here. Also rook d8, and d3 will attack on his bishop and will blunder that if he didn't play queen a1 in time. But anyway, I will try to go the knight, and even that won't work because after trade that should be okay, he would win a pawn there. But that was actually hanging. I think I can sacrifice this pawn to open my rook, and then I thought that b3 will be hang after that, but I don't know, that's still okay. He's protecting that. Let's, if not take this pawn, double my rooks on the file. I could also go with a bishop and take his rook. That's not a huge problem. My bishop also doing a nice job here. He can't take because I will take with queen on d1. Also f2 is hanging. This knight isn't hanging because all his pieces is defending that. And let's take this pawn on f2. That's mate. Very nice game here. Let's play Vienna Gambit. That's my favorite opening. He played very fast and he blundered that I can take. Now let's activate these pieces and castle kingside. Also my rook will do Great job on f-file. See, after knight g5, I have really good attackers on it. I can take en passant, and he have to defend this f7 pawn, and also the knight on e7. He can't defend two of them. Or he can. Okay. This bishop is protecting that, and after this trade, okay, I forgot he could take also with a bishop here. Let's bring this out and the queen and try to fork. Okay, he understand and he go back. Okay, let's check and take his bishop. I'm still okay, I have so many pawns there. We will check. Okay, g2 is protected and that seems okay. I will trade the queens and a map figure and plus 2 pawn. I will try to use that pawn. And what can he does here? Just resign? I will check on f6. And then that should be okay. Let's attack with a bishop. Now this pawn is under attack. Let's defend. I will push this pawn forward and I will attack on his rook. Then I will help this pawn for queening. Okay, I lost this pawn. And my bishop is under attack. That's not a huge problem, I will say. I will just push this forward. After rook goes back, I will make a new queen. Maybe he would take with a rook. And that should be okay here. He's maybe trying to win me on time. Let's play it with pre-moves. And let's go here and he can't check. He's trying to win me on time and that maybe can work, why not? I lost that. Let's protect this pawn. on a5. Okay, can I win? Okay, just on time. He resigned. Okay, very well played. Let's end the stream. We played very well actually. Goodbye, I will see you tomorrow.